Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Star Wars Wednesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with Star Wars The Black Series, The Phantom Menace 25th Anniversary, STAP and Battle Droid 2-pack. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging, and here on the top, Star Wars Episode 1 STAP and Battle Droid. And then on the front here we've got, warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. 4 and up, 25 years of the Phantom Menace. And then also on the top here we've got a nice little piece of a window that comes up from the front. Let some light in from the top. And then nice big window showcasing the figure and accessories. Star Wars Episode 1 STAP and Battle Droid Hasbro assortment number down there. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, we've got Star Wars Episode 1, and then we have a nice shot from the film of the Battle Droid riding STAP and Battle Droid 6-inch scale articulated figure and vehicle. And then there it is again in some other languages. On the other side here, again, that same shot. Star Wars Episode 1 STAP and Battle Droid includes vehicle stand. And there it is again in some other languages. And then here on the back, Star Wars Episode 1 STAP and Battle Droid. And again, that nice scene from the film. And then here it says, incorporating repulsor lift technology, the STAP single trooper aerial platform is a slim, agile craft supporting a pair of blaster cannons. STAPs are often deployed as support vehicles in conjunction with larger craft. And then there it is again in some other languages that I do not read. Star Wars The Black Series includes figure, vehicle, and 4 accessories. And then there it is again in all kinds of languages there. Warning, attention, Octoon! Don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. Attention! Especially don't stick it in your French pie hole. Small print, fine print, legalese print, Disney print, Hasbro print. And that, my friends, is a look at this very nostalgic packaging. Let's take a look at the figure, accessories, and vehicle. And first up, we'll take a quick look at the BD-1 Battle Droid. Same droid that we've gotten several times. I've done several reviews on them already. The big difference on this one is the paint apps. At least this is kind of new for me. The last one I reviewed was very clean. This one has some like paint scraping on it. It's got, I don't know if it's an overspray or if it's a wash throughout it to just kind of give it a more used look. At least on the front. On the back, a little bit, not much. Nothing up here. Nothing really up here. But like on the head, front of the chest, front of the arms, it's got a couple of silver paint apps here and there as well. And I'm just not going to spend a whole lot of time on this guy. If you want to see how his articulation and stuff like that works, if you don't already know, then please, I will try to remember to put a link here into one of those guys. But this is the exact same mold. And as far as his accessories go, you know, you can use the, what I like to call the Episode 2 antennas, and these are the exact same accessories that the others came with as well. I myself prefer my battle droids with the backpack, and he can either hold the gun, and it does peg into the backpack right here, and the antennas do move up and down. And then it's got a nice little paint app on it here, and some of that wash and paint scrape with these little silver paint apps is on the backpack too, so maybe that's why this wasn't so much on the back of the figure. So there's that. Now the main piece is the vehicle, but before we go into that, we'll take a quick look at the stand for it. And this is just a little plastic, of course it's plastic, you know, it's got a slot here for a ball, so you just pop that in, and it's not the easiest, but there it goes. So there is that, and then the vehicle plugs in right here, and I'll show how it does when we get through taking a look at it. Now, as far as the vehicle itself goes, I think it's pretty cool looking, if a little small, but I'm going by the 3 3/4 figure and vehicle set that we got way back in like 98 or 99, the preview figure, which of course they've reused and reused, especially the mold for the vehicle. That 3 3/4 scale, they've reused that one a lot. They reused it for Clone Wars. So, but I do think, you know, it's molded mostly in this color. It's got a nice little paint app right here, some paint apps on the handle, the bars, this handle, this silver in here. This looks like a paint app, and then it's got a bunch of scarring or paint scraped off with these silver paint apps on it, and I'm not sure how they're applied. Probably a tampo of some kind. And then we've got some silver here and here and here, and this black here. These pieces look molded in color. This looks like a paint app. This might be a paint app. There's definitely a paint app on the end of it where it's kind of got that carbon scoring going on. Some more scrapes right here, and all along the body. You know, it's a lot of, this thing's seen a lot of use. So, and overall I think it's a very nice mold. This piece looks like it's molded in the correct color as well as this. So that may be one whole piece there instead of two separate pieces in the front and the back, but I'm not sure. Now, as far as any movement on this goes, there's not much going on. The pedals don't move. These wings don't move. The guns don't really move. The original preview figure, these guns were firing missiles, and of course we don't really have that in the Black Series. The handlebars do move in that far, and they move up that far, and it looks like they're one piece just kind of popped in there, so they move together. And so that's good that they move together. Another piece that moves, there's a hinge right here, and then this piece has a hinge right here, and it's got two little pegs in it. They don't go all the way through, it'll pop in and out, and it doesn't work the best, but there is some movement here. There's like a channel in here, and you can't really see it there, but this piece will move forward and back on it. You can see it like reaches in there. So let me see if I can get it to go where you can see. Alright, that's as far up as it goes, and let me get the pin light in here. Maybe we can shed a little more light on what's going on here. There you can see the channel right there that it fits into, and it's not the easiest thing to move forward and back. You do have to kind of help shift this piece a little bit while you're moving this top portion. So it goes up that far, and then that's like the straight across, and then it does have one more position, and it will will point down that far. And this piece will pop out, so just be aware of that. It's nothing that's, you know, it's not bad, it's not good, it's just, it is what it is. Now the way the stand works, this little bottom portion of it, and I might have it backwards. Yeah, probably. And you can see it's got these holes right here, and this piece is kind of, it bulges out on either side, and that's kind of what ultimately holds it in place, I think. You know, that doesn't feel right. And then, you know, with this ball joint here, it can pose all around. I don't know how good that's going to be. You know, there you can see it doesn't really like to do that. I still feel like that's backwards, but I don't think it is. So, just doesn't fit in there as 100% as I would like it to. Even with this part back, you know, you can't lean it back this far. It's, yeah. So you know, you can stand it upright and you can lean it little bits here and there, forward, back, to the side. And that's a little unstable right there as it is. So there's that. And of course, the way the figure fits on it is you kind of bend the legs a little bit. You bend them at the knees just a little bit. And it does have some foot pegs right here on these pedals, which correspond to the ports in his feet for it. Now, of course, this guy comes with rubber bands in the packaging to hold it in place. These pegs are not very tight at all. I may actually end up putting the rubber bands back on there. I'm not sure yet. So I like those all the way up. And then you'll need to turn the wrist some. And put the hands on the handlebars. And you'll end up having to like bend elbows and all that good stuff too, to get it to fit on here correctly and nice looking. And I'm not going to be able to do it here on camera. So, but anyway, that's how it works, and I'll show you in a minute how he fits on there. Okay, and there, I thought I had him on there, but then his hands let go. So, not the easiest to pose around on this, but there. That's just kind of how he sits, leaning back. I think probably he squats a little more than what I've got shown here, but you know, that works okay too. And this hand popped off again, and now this foot popped off. So you can kind of see what you're going to be dealing with this. But there you go, my friends. There's a look at the figure, the vehicle, and the accessories and stand. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have Star Wars The Black Series, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, 25th Anniversary, STAP and Battle Droid, with Star Wars The Black Series, Speeder Bike with Biker Scout, and Star Wars The Black Series, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 2024, Darth Maul and Sith Speeder. For our final set of comparisons, here we have Star Wars The Black Series, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, 25th Anniversary, STAP and Battle Droid, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee from G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander from Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on Star Wars The Black Series, Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, 25th Anniversary, STAP and Battle Droid, I have to say this is a very, very nostalgic piece for me, going all the way back to 1998, for those of you who don't speak, Generation X. And this figure was the preview, or this figure and vehicle set was the preview figure for the Episode 1 line. And this one is very, very similar to that, not in scale, of course, but the packaging, the figure, the vehicle, even the stand is very reminiscent of that set. Now, it's not to say that this is the same stand. The stand is different, okay? It connects to the vehicle the same. It stands up straight. Now, the other one had some, a button on it, I think, where you could fire the missiles. The guns on the top of this one were actually on that one missiles. And, of course, it was a 3 3/4 inch figure and vehicle set. And I would just remember being so excited about that, because everybody was excited over Episode 1 was coming out. We had just gotten the special editions, and love them or hate them, it was good to see those films in the theater again, even if it wasn't the original versions. Now, I have to say, they did include some articulation on the vehicle that the original I don't remember having, which is the top of it being adjustable and the handlebars being adjustable. Now, the other one did have a feature that this one didn't have. The fin there on the bottom moved with that one, but it was an action feature. When you mashed the button to fire the missiles, the wing there on the bottom also moved up and down. The original piece did not have a posable stand, and I'm not saying that this one is super posable. I mean, the stand itself is posable. It won't hold the figure up in every single pose that you might put in, or the vehicle won't hold the vehicle and figure up in every pose you might think of to put it in. But it is, the stand itself is very posable, and you can pose this one a little bit. You just have to kind of play around with it to see how it balances out, how you're wanting to display it or use it in photos or whatever the case may be. So I do appreciate that. I do kind of wish that maybe not the wing there at the bottom, but at least the pedals, maybe a little bit of articulation there, but maybe not as well. That could have been a bit of a headache. And I think I'll probably have mine squatted down just a bit too low on this. I think they stood up just a little bit higher than that. Or maybe I don't have the elbows bent enough. He's too far away from the vehicle. I don't know. I'll have to go visit some source material and check that out. But, it's a great piece. And if you have any nostalgia for that original preview figure and vehicle set that came out in 98, at least I want to say it was 98. The movie came out in 99, so I think 98 they released that to help promote and make people even more feverish for a new Star Wars film. So I do believe it was in 98 when they released that. So, but if you have any nostalgia for that at all, you will enjoy this piece. The Battle Droid, of course, is not anything we haven't seen before. This is, I think, the third time that I've reviewed this particular mold of a Battle Droid, and it's fine. It fits most of everything that you need for this version of a Battle Droid. It's highly posable. It doesn't stand up worth a crap, just like all the other B1 Battle Droids ever made. At least any that I've ever handled, from 3 3/4 on up through the Black Series. And now imports or models or something like that, I haven't really dealt with much, so I don't know how well those stand. But it's really, you know, it's more in not the design of the figure itself, but the design of the character. And, you know, it's plagued us ever since 98. So, well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I am now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content, or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.